Hi everyone who is watching now or later. I am Ilona, Ask Amber, aesthetics practitioner who is practicing like spiritual practices as well, like mindfulness and meditations. And you can see above me is like a moon sign, because I am since I found out about the moon, how the energies and cycle affects us, I'm following it, and it's just have given me so much understanding and clearance. Like I am in the fall season, which is autumn, and it creates that clearance, understanding, and pain tolerance is quite high. So if anyone is trying to in beauty, trying to do waxing or aesthetic treatments, like which is quite painful, like HIFU or microneedling, I wouldn't recommend during that period of time. That is the premenstrual time, or when your tolerance is higher, for example in menopause. So today I have come unannounced because my client Barbara Fitzpatrick, who runs the Kindred networking group in Richmond and Ireland, she's kindly agreed to tell her experience about what she's been using in her practices, what I've been recommending, and it's very interesting as well to hear from the people, for myself as a business owner who is trying different things, searching at the same time for yourself, trying to align the vision and to do the best way to help women to enhance their feminine side and creating that space for yourself. And this morning I was listening an interesting conversation where Chaturang, the GP doctor, invited Lisa, and she was saying about that decision making. I will put in the stories later if you don't know what I'm talking about. But here is Barbara, and she is happy to join me live. Yep. It's technologies.
Hi, Amber. Hello, sorry.
It's all good. Thank you for coming. It is an honor to have you.
That's perfectly all right. Thank you. It's lovely to be here and talk to you as always.
Oh, that's nice to hear. It's something that it's always it's when we are meeting on your networkings, life to life, it's even better. It's just
thank you for that.
something.
That's very kind.
I'm really like grateful that to Richmond Council to meeting you as well. That it's a interesting journey we have now. We know each other about 2 years almost.
Yes, I think so, Ilona. Yeah.
It's interesting, yeah. Because I was telling before you came on that you are a Kindred founder that for the networking business in Richmond and Ireland, and it's something that I am feeling very proud and privileged to be part of.
Oh, thank you. We're delighted to have you, Ilona, and all the contributions you make and all the collaborations that you actively engage in. And it's wonderful to see people who can genuinely find a connection and then work together to help each other and help their clients.
Yeah, and it's interesting how on a personal level, when we met, that trust grows, and then we want it to become a client, and that's how you as well just felt, isn't it? That it's
Yes, absolutely. Yes, definitely, Ilona.
yeah, and I was really remember when you did the first test that you wanted to know what is your health, because you said I'm very healthy, I'm gonna be fine, I'm using, but I want to know how it is. And
Yes, and that's the difference because, I think I have a healthy diet. I think my nutrition is good, and I thought my results would reflect that. And it just goes to show you that when you actually test from the inside, you get the real truth, which, showed me that there were some deficiencies and some things I needed to sort of change to bring all the levels up to where they should be. And I mean, I love the way you explained it all because it made it very simple. And then having that report after the blood test just shows you exactly, doesn't it, where the deficiencies
yeah.
might be or where you're okay, which is incredibly helpful.
Yeah, because for me as well, it was eye-opening because I was starving my body because I was thinking that I'm eating healthily, and it's opposite actually. And it's I'm very happy when once the people make that decision because it's mean that they taking control, they taking responsibility in their hands rather than leaving into GP,
Yeah.
and that's makes me even more passionate to look after those people, and that's I'm really glad as well.
Yes, and I think that, trying to find ways to keep ourselves healthy holistically is a lot better than taking any form of prescription medication or, pills. I hate taking pills because they all have side effects. Whereas your products like the omega-3 that I'm taking now are pure and they're the best form. And as you know, I started taking the omega-3 just quite recently, and I cannot believe the difference, the effect it's had, because I had some inflammation, and I was in quite a bit of pain, and you said to me, really you should think about taking the omega-3 and then the vitamin D, and I cannot believe the difference it has made. I feel so much better. The inflammation is reduced, and a kind of less pain, and I've paid attention to the things I'm eating as well. So I think the omega-3, and in the tablet form, for me personally, I find it easy to take because I didn't like the liquid, I didn't like the taste, but everybody is different, and it's great that you have both options.
Yeah, the preference is for everybody, and that's it's great because for myself I can share that because I used to be a hepatitis C, my kidneys are very weak and they don't break down the fats from the omega natural oil,
Mm,
and my results at the beginning wasn't improving until I switched to the formula, which was like a water soluble,
right.
and then I started to, as well, to feel better and change totally
Yeah.
the transformation. It was something that really occurred to me as well, really good. But it's good that it's you tried both sides and you were like, no, no, no. I was very felt so bad when you took the oil, the liquid one, and it was like, oh, sorry, I can't take
Yeah,
it.
I know it's so horrible, but I mean, for somebody else that would be easy, but for me, I prefer the tablet form. But what I hadn't understood, Ilona, till you explained to me, was that you think you're going into a health shop and you're buying omega-3, and actually, it's not what it says on the tin. It's not pure the way your products are. That you're actually getting proper high quality omega, whereas in even some of the health shops, it's just not pure at all, or there's not enough omega 3.
It is the formula actually. It is the to, tofurocanols. I keep tocopherols and vitamin E, which is creates unsustainable and very fragile formula where with the polyphenols, olive oil, special olive oil, which kind of preserves it, and that's the formula which actually working because sadly enough, even the whole population is drinking omegas, but 97% shows that they just wasting the time and money into this. and in the shelves as well, you don't know how long it's been there, so
Yeah.
how fresh it is, and that's kind of other issues. But it's not up to me where to buy or where to choose. It's just something to make awareness for people,
Yes.
and that's my mission is here. And it's something that we can always make a choices about.
Well, I think it's good. I'm now able to make an informed choice because of what you shared with me. Whereas before, I just was assuming all omega-3 is the same, but it's not, as you say. So I think the fact that I'm putting pure goodness into my body now and it's all of the omega-3, I think that's what's making a difference. Maybe if I'd have got a lesser quality product, I might have to take it for a lot longer and it might not have had even anywhere near the effect that the Zeno one has had.
Yeah, and I'm very glad to hear as well that you're drinking vitamin D because after 40, our bone structure starts to shrink and getting very fragile. And because you mentioned that you have inflammation in
Yeah.
cartilage and it's all have that ability, it's just the vitamin D as well. It's so important for you.
Yes, and it's interesting when I went to see the consultant and I explained to her what I was doing, she said, all of that will help, Barbara. And normally you don't get, you know, medical people saying, yes, do things holistically, these will help, because I obviously don't want to have surgery or anything. And I was very impressed with her. She said, yes, that's all the right things. Keep doing that, the vitamin D and the omega-3.
Yeah, what I would like to suggest as well for you and other people, there is omega-3, which is overground, which is the hemp seeds, chia seeds, linseeds, and walnuts, which we can't get any other way apart from eating those
Yes,
omega-3 overground. And it's the linseeds seeds. Quite often people buy flax seeds, which are
yes,
grounded before, but it's already evaporated because omega-3 is very fragile,
right.
the molecule. And it's very good if it's possible to have linseeds, seeds, either them boiled or soaked or in the overnight with the and consuming them that way. I was going to the uh, nutritionist course, nutritionist person, doctor, and she said 2 tablespoons to have each linseeds and chia seeds. So, because I like hemp seeds, I use those more. And still, the results needs to be more. We don't consume enough.
Yeah,
That's
I use chia seeds a lot in my protein shakes and on
good.
cereals and things, but not the linseeds. I'm not using those. So maybe we need to have a conversation about that, about how I can use those.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that we will talk. And I'm all August in here because I will be traveling now, but I hope to see you then if you
Yes.
will be. It's
Yes,
something.
absolutely. That would be great. And the other thing I do want to mention is this wonderful little device which I started to use on Ilona's recommendation. And I mean, I have a good skin routine, but the difference this has made, and I use it every morning and evening now, and I can really see a difference in the sort of lines and, from the way in which to massage your face that you showed us, Ilona, when we did the meditation and face massage is wonderful. And I really notice a difference. And also I've been using this on my scalp as well, because where I think my hair seems to be starting to thin a little bit. And that seems to just, I don't know, wake it up or something. Or so I love this device, this little roller. And I
Yeah.
use it every single day.
I just, yeah, I'm so pleased because for me, it is something that I think I can't live without anymore because it just maintains the skin so naturally. All I'm doing, I'm just little bit rolling and
Yes.
then the blood flows to the surface. and it gets faded, and my hair as well has been recovering as well, because I used to have here like a fine hairs coming out.
Yes.
And it's just the difference it makes. And actually the collagen what I'm drinking now, how my hair is gone like so much changing and so much better. It's something that I recommend everybody. And
Yeah.
I'm really glad
And
that
the thing is, it just
see.
takes like a few minutes every day. I've made this part of my skincare routine now. So every morning and every evening when I'm moisturizing, I use this, and I definitely feel it. I definitely notice a big difference. And like you, I would not be without this. I love this.
Yes, the couple weeks ago you said that the screw fell out.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah,
we were
that's
just
right, yeah. But you very kindly
rearranged.
replaced it for me, so I'm very happy now to have it back. I wasn't without it for very long.
Yes, that's great. You mentioned that you was visiting my massage classes. How was it for you? It would be very interesting as well to hear your
Well,
thoughts.
it,
That's
yeah, I think it's learning all the tips you don't understand about, how to massage your neck, and this piece here that you were showing us, and getting the lymph nodes, and sort of moving stuff. It's how to do it properly, and the difference that makes. And I felt the sessions were very relaxing. It was kind of like you could have an hour that's just completely for yourself.
yeah. I just find that it's for me it was one of those things what I was doing every evening, kind of like a little ritual, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter.
Yes.
I just thought that it's connection with your feminine energy, with your self-care, to be compassion to yourself, and it just embracing that. I was thinking, but I couldn't do it very consistently for long, because when you travel, when you
Yeah.
summer comes up, it's just very dynamic. But I have made recordings on that, and they are available in the Ask Amber, that a library which I have put now everything together for just £40. And it just
Wonderful.
there is the retreat I put inside, all the kind of complete guide to female kind of women's wisdom and knowledge and everything.
Wonderful.
It's yeah, it's interesting how at the beginning I was targeting, like not targeting, but thinking that my audience would be younger ladies who is now stepping into the 40s, because I was there when I was
Yes.
starting to look after my skin when I was like 37, and I was just trying to kind of 35, 37. But going along, I realized how still little interest is there for that audience, and my clients is actually the independent, self-sufficient, very beautiful business women who are in actually quite high position and self-esteem and all the knowledge, know that they have to put themselves first. And it's actually made me realize that it's something completely different. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's better or worse. Nothing is better. I love that connection and bonding, because for me, that beauty routine when I was little was with my mom, that bonding, and
Yes.
how I was seeing that I could reflect on my performance with the treatments and with the skincare. But that holistic approach, the mindset, skincare, and nutrition
Yeah.
is just, I think it's just gonna be more and more embracing in the market.
I think so. And I think women are realizing that they have to take time to self-care, because we tend to be the carers in our families, and we tend to do the looking after of other people. But actually, if we don't look after ourselves, we're unable to look after anybody else. And I
Yeah.
think it's like a kind of awakening or realization that actually, if I don't put myself first, I can't really look after other people so well.
Yeah, that was me. Like 7 years ago, I was like, my gosh, I feel like I can't do the same thing and I'm feeling empty and unhappy and stuff. I need to kind of make a decision. And once I made that decision, suddenly this time appeared as well. And it's interesting how everything turns around.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, I just think there's a realization that we have to take care of ourselves in
Yeah.
every way and be kind to ourselves, and this whole kind of aging thing is really from the inside out, isn't it? It's not about slapping on creams and things. It's eating correctly, exercising, thinking correctly, and using your wonderful techniques for massage and looking after your skin, because you've proved that you can slow down the aging process by doing that.
Yeah, I have to say that for me, it's almost like I don't see that aging is something bad or wrong. It's just enhancing yourself the
Yes,
way you can be yourself and look the best and just be proud of it. And this
yes,
is something that what I am seeing in my clients and my ladies, and it just they when they feel they look in the mirror, they look different, they feel good, their performance in life is just going higher and higher up, more happier.
yes, yes. Just kind of builds your confidence, doesn't it?
Yes, that's the goal, which we whatever we in life choose to do,
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah, thank you for coming,
Not
Barbara.
at all. It's always lovely to speak to you, Ilona, and I'm always happy to tell people the difference that your wonderful work and your products have made, particularly to me. So definitely talk to Ilona, try out her techniques and her massage and her facials and her products, and definitely get yourself one of these. Don't be without one of these. And I just think the omega-3 for me is wonderful, and I'm very grateful that you shared it with me. Thank you very much, Ilona.
Thank you for kind of taking advice or listening, and it just makes me happier that you feeling better, and that's the
Thank you.
goal.
Thank you. Well, have a wonderful rest of the evening, Ilona.
Thank you
Great
very
to speak
much,
to you.
and you too have a wonderful evening.
You too. Bye
Bye.
bye. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.